Well, anyhow, let me start this damn thing. Let me go ahead and mute my outer thing. And here we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Tuesday night chat. Forgive me for bailing out last week, but you know, life happens, and my girlfriend had been out of town for about 3 weeks, so she'd come back in town, and it was, man's got to do what a man's got to do. Anyway, I was getting a little antsy. Okay. Rick is your sixth covered, is kind of here. He'll be back when he gets a chance, but for right now, it's me and Daniel, and I'll let Daniel go ahead and do an intro. Go ahead, my friend.
Hi, this is Daniel. I'm not a professional know-it-all, but I play one on YouTube. And thank you, TR, for having me on. I gotta let my dog in now.
Okay. We definitely only play a professional on YouTube. If more people met us in real life, they'd realize what goofballs we really are. So with that, anyway, I don't have much going on. I don't know. I see some people jumped in. Hey, Southern Style 357, JH 586, Gunwild 1. What's up, brother? Les is out there, Papa's Place. And I've been out there in the chat room myself, talking a little bit. Anyway, the only thing I got going on is here in South Carolina. Let me refresh. We had primaries today, and as of right now, this looks like McMaster, our sitting governor, is going to have to do a runoff. I'd say I'm not sure how that's going to work out, because it could be John Warren or Catherine Templeton. Warren has 26%, Templeton has 22%, McMaster has 44%. And I'm not saying McMaster did a bad job. I think he was okay. He was a lieutenant governor that took the place of Nikki Haley when she went to be an ambassador at the UN. And he's done some good things, but he wasn't elected. I mean, he was kind of, because he got elected lieutenant governor, but he's not perfect, but he's not the bad guy. And to be honest, and I know for for most people watching this, you're not from South Carolina, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But if it did come to Warren or McMaster, I would probably vote for McMaster, who is the current sitting Republican governor. Warren seems to be a good guy, but he's big money, big business, and I don't really trust him. I hate to say that. His platform was like, half of it was like, if I'm not mistaken, he was the one that kept saying, I was a Marine and da-da-da-da-da. And then he's got like tens of millions of dollars backing him. And I'm just like, I don't trust you, dude. I don't trust you. I'm sorry. What are your thoughts on Freedom Munitions filing Chapter 11? I had no idea. I'm in the dark on that, Gunwild. Do you know anything about that, Rick?
Actually, I just learned about it on the farm chat just a little bit ago. I was trying to catch up, and I saw that. I don't know much about it.
Sometimes when companies file and I think Chapter 11 is one for business, it isn't necessarily that they're going under. It's just a way to protect yourselves and to reorganize. And it's not that I don't know about all the ins and outs of Chapter 11. For individual, you're Chapter 7 or Chapter 13, I believe. In businesses, they go under 11, and it's just a way to halt means they were in trouble, and it's a way to halt things for a minute and let them reorganize to pay back debts and to structure it in a better way. So it don't necessarily mean they're closing down. It's just a way to pay back their debts. I'm not sure it's bad or good, but anyway.
Yeah, it'll be weird. You know, I think we'll learn more as the time goes on. But yeah, it's pretty crazy that that's possible. But like you said, a lot of companies do decide to revamp, maybe rename, kind of rebrand their product and try a different route of some sort, or try something new that maybe more cutting edge that may work out in the end to be better. I don't know. But it's kind of that's a tricky thing. You get a good name. Freedom Ammunition. I mean, I don't use them as I make my own stuff. Hey, we're gonna name us Bullet X here next. So come on over to there, and then it'll take a while for that to grow again. But
yeah,
when I was watching,
go ahead, Daniel.
Freedom Channel, and that's not the official name. You guys will maybe have to correct me on that, but they said it was the parent company. So Freedom Arms is owned by somebody else, so it's on up the ladder where it was, bankruptcy occurred.
Ah, okay.
So they're just underneath somebody else that's going ahead and doing this.
Landron said Freedom Munitions was good when they first then priced themselves out. And that may very well be what happened. I don't know. I don't really buy bullets that much. I do buy bullets, even though I cast my own bullets. Sometimes, just for saving time and energy, I will buy bullets. But usually, if I buy bullets, it's usually Full Metal Jacket. I have a powder coated bullet. And most of the time, if I do buy, I'm going to tell you right now, I buy all my 223 right now. Even though I can make my own, it's a long, drawn out process. Casting 223 and then going through the process of powder coating, which I hadn't done yet, but I used to actually make my own gas checks. Make my own gas checks, lube them myself, apply the gas check, and when you couldn't buy 223, it was a viable option. Right now, you can buy them. It's too cheap to buy them to worry about it. Not that they're cheap, but compared to the days of
I got
Full Metal Jacket bullets to reload.
Oh.
And if you're definitely going to go with some like 75 grain, 69 grain, or whatever, by all means, buy those bullets and reload your own. I was just saying, as far as me casting bullets, this is not worth the trouble right now. The bullets have come down in price where I can buy 1,055 grain Full Metal.
You're talking about the projectile, huh? Not the whole bullet.
Projectile.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because I know I'll rock some lead through the cardboard and call it done. But on those long distance ones, that kick my ass all the time. I definitely try to throw in the good stuff.
Hey, Daniel says the chat was froze up out there. I just checked. It seems to be doing. Okay, so it is lagging. It looked like it was roboting when I checked it out there a minute ago.
Yeah, I just went to it. It was going, and I hit refresh, and it was going for a while, and it just froze up again.
Well, that's YouTube. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, I was thinking it was my internet just jacking up again like it always does. Oh, wow. Matham88 says the live feed is only playing 10 seconds at a time before you have to refresh.
Oh, damn, that sucks.
Good Lord. It must be the 394 people watching right now that are really lagging it up.
If it's lagging that bad and chopping up, I kind of get it. People give up and say, hell it is. Hopefully it's straightened up. I don't know what's going on tonight, other than there's a lot of states with primaries going on. I think I want to throw a number out there. I heard that there's 12 states doing primaries, but I could be wrong on that. I know a lot of states are doing primaries tonight or today. Did do primaries.
I don't know. I'm super excited about freaking Trump train kicking ass right now.
Hell yeah.
I mean, the guy he's on fire. If there was something better than a Nobel Peace Prize, which they should maybe call it the Trump Prize, because as far as I'm concerned, this guy's done 1,000 times the asshole before him. So he's doing what he says, and I'm fucking excited about it. Like 2020, baby, 2020.
I know, like it's. I was talking. We was talking a little bit before the chat started, and I was flipping channels, going back between CNN and Fox, and it was just like it was eating them up. They couldn't. It was tearing them up that he had actually successfully went and met with a leader of North Korea, first time ever. And then, yeah, all they could do is complain. Well, he didn't really get anything concrete done. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? He fucking met with a leader. That's for time to tell. But that's
a huge win. Huge win.
I mean, I'd like to be a fly.
Much done. I'm like, what do you mean they didn't get much done?
Yeah. To be his grandfather. I seen where he was out on town and did a selfie. I don't know.
Oh,
he
yeah?
didn't take the picture probably, but you know, I mean, he is a younger guy. Maybe, just maybe, he wants to do things different in his country. I mean, because the potential is there where he can, instead of his country being in the dark and being sanctioned out the ass, maybe he can do some things and open up the country. I mean, eventually, even South Korea is like, we want it to be one country, basically, or at least open, open border.
I mean, yeah, Trump's he's got all the cards. I mean,
Yeah.
right there, he's just got to say, we got all the money. You don't.
Could ever imagine.
Which he's not. There's actually worse countries. Just if you want to think that Kim Jong-un is the worst dictator on earth, go to Africa. Go look at some of them shithole countries and those damn cartels and fucking shit running their countries, by force. I bet they're worse. Okay. But I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm not saying it's a great country. But his father and grandfather has an infrastructure put in place that is running those death camps and all that shit. That shit was there when he took over. It's up to him if he wants to change things and start going the other way. So we shall see. Time will tell, But like I said, it doesn't matter if the only thing that happened was Trump went and shook his hand and said, hey, let's work together. We want you to drop your nuclear program, get rid of your nukes. In exchange, we'll do this and blah, blah, blah. And the only thing that we've gave up so far that I can see or that I heard, and I watched it all morning long, was we suspended the military trial, military games, war games. That's it. And I've seen a lot of people was bitching and moaning about that. And it's like, look, I was in the military. We play fucking war games all over the world all the fucking time. It takes months and months and months of planning to do that shit. Because I've seen one, it's like, well, we had one planned in August, and now this is going to disrupt. It's like, you planned that sumbitch 6, 8, 10 months ago. Okay? This happened. You can stop the fucking military game. As like I said, as an ex-military, that don't mean shit to me, because in the military, you drill war games all the fucking time. Okay? So you suspend this one and future ones for right now. And if it don't work out in the military games right there at Korea, that was to intimidate North Korea straight up. I mean, yes, it had merit. It had, okay, yeah, this is how we're going to coordinate with each other. And this is good training for us to know how to talk to each other, work and coordinate with each other. I get that, but it's not that big a deal not to do it. It's not. Because in the end, to be honest, if we wanted to obliterate North Korea, we don't even need South Korea's fucking help. We could just fucking wipe North Korea off the map. It'd be done.
Well, that's why we have the military. It's just a tool in the political process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if we wanted to do military games, if we wanted to start military war training again, they could organize that shit in a week if they wanted to. It ain't a big fucking deal. That's what these soldiers are trained to do. If we said, boom, hey, Friday, we need to be at such and such, and we're going to do some mock drills, boom, we'd be there Friday doing it. That's what the military's there for. That's what they're trained to do, period.
Probably saved a few $1 million too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, that was like one of the worst things that they could come up with is like, oh, but yeah, we suspended these training exercises. It's like, well, we was only doing them to piss North Korea off to start with.
Exactly. We don't need to do them now because we're trying to get along for this minute.
Yeah.
Well, that was so we could shoot the freaking missiles out of the sky if we needed to, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you know, my opinion is the biggest reason why we do war games is because at 11 o'clock at night on Friday, or whatever day of the week it was, we're in the Gulf. At 6 o'clock, when they blew Reveille on the aircraft carrier, we were off the coast of Somalia. That's why we do war games.
Yep.
You're like, you think I'm over here, but I'm really over here.
Yeah. It's kind of like me. Like there's nothing illegal about me shooting guns outside. But if I started doing it at 3 o'clock in the morning and unloaded 1,000 rounds,
you'd have some neighbors.
Piss my neighbor off. Legally, the fucking cops can't do nothing about it. I'm just doing it to piss my neighbor off. And that's kind of what we were doing. And I don't get why. I get why CNN was so upset about it. And I've seen even some people on Fox a little bit apprehensive of it. And I'm like, this is what our troops do. They play war games. They do mock exercises. In the Navy, they do fire drills constantly. And there's a reason for that. And that's what you do in the military. Just because they said, okay, we're not going to play war games right here, right now, that doesn't mean they can't go over to Japan and do the war games and do the same fucking thing and not intimidate North Korea,
What do you guys think about this comment? At some point, very soon, every liberal is going to have to go, you know what? Trump is not a bad president.
Oh, they'll never do that.
Come on.
No, they're just going to say the reason why Trump was able to do that is because Obama set him up for success.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's probably exactly what they're going to say.
That's what they're saying about the economy. Well, Obama set it up. It was already on the rise. It was climbing hard. It was like here. It was like,
As soon as Trump
you start on rock bottom, there's nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, you're just skipping on boulders. Pull up.
And sometimes I go asshole on Facebook. I'll just, I'm not. Trust me, I'm really calm on YouTube. On Facebook, sometimes I'm just a fucking asshole. It's my political platform. And anybody out there, if you want to check out my Facebook page and be part of the asshole train, thing I post is sometimes funny puppy dogs and cats, and then the next one is like "fuck you, blah the world."
Get crazy. Chris says that's where he unleashes too on Facebook.
Yeah, matter of fact, I'm not gonna give his name out or whatever, but Blue made a comment to Sonya, and it like embarrassed the hell out of her. And then I had to like, it was a comment she made on my Facebook, and then Blue made a little racy, not racy, a little dirty comment or whatever. And I had to text her. I was like, "That's Blue," and she's like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense now."
Yes, it is.
It was something to the comment of I forget what the damn video was. Something about, and then Blue said something about, well, he's been riding you long enough. Give him a break or something.
I asked these guys if the stream's getting any better.
Yeah, I closed out totally the other. I did the pop out chat in case it was my bandwidth here. Matter of fact, let me close out this other page in case it's my bandwidth.
We got a yes from TC's Corner.
Okay.
I don't know if he's answering this right question. A little bit I got from Armament and Axes.
Yeah, a little bit.
Maybe it's getting a little better.
Yeah. It's probably.
I don't know does it matter if I close mine or not?
Well, I did the pop out chat. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now.
It probably don't affect as much as mine since I'm the one hosting it. So right now, all I got is the window where us are talking and a pop out chat. Hopefully that helps.
That's what I put mine down to, just in case.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's true too.
It's getting better after he drinks more.
Yeah. Like I said, it's even though it's a Tuesday night, I think there's probably a lot of traffic on the internet, not necessarily YouTube, just the internet period. People checking out voting results.
Oh, that makes sense.
Doesn't necessarily have to be YouTube. It's just how many people are using the internet, you know?
Yeah. Everybody's checking out how President Trump kicked ass yesterday.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Well, then all the kids are out of school.
Yeah, so they're playing video games and every damn thing else online. Very true. Yeah. HRM, aren't Facebook users traders? Not if you use it right, HRM. I use it as a political conservative libertarian platform springboard to blast everybody. I'm like this close to being a troll on Facebook, but I don't hide my name. I get in there and just drill people's asses when they make stupid comments on other people's videos and shit.
Exactly, Bob.
Day before yesterday, to that effect, like, you know, like there was some success, and it was like hashtag even though Trump was president or something to that effect, and I like, you know, drilled into them. I didn't check out their page or nothing, and the guy texted me back or, you know, messaged back or whatever. It was like, well, I was kind of referring to the Brexit, how they always blame it on that. It was sarcastic. And I was like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I didn't catch that. He was on our side.
He's like, damn it. You didn't get my joke.
Yeah.
When you're ready to change
out there.
Midas, Welby is out there.
Yeah. Armament next. I've had relatives unfriend me on Facebook because I'm so TO strong. I've had a lot. I used to hang out a lot before I kind of got into the YouTube and prepping and stuff. I had a lot of friends in the restaurant business, a lot of waitresses and waiters and stuff like that. They used to hang out with, and they were all very liberal. I knew that. They knew who I was, but it was all cool. You know, we kept it civil, but they've pretty much dropped me from Facebook. And okay,
good.
Whatever. I don't care.
Good. Fuck them.
Yeah. If you can't handle the truth, fuck it. If you can't handle the truth, fuck you.
That's right.
You can't handle the truth. Even with the job numbers that came out here the other day, Pelosi, that fucking what's his name, David Lemon or something Lemon, reporter, not a reporter, a commentator. I won't call these people reporters. They don't really report. They're commentators on the news. That Lemon guy, the black fella, he was like, well, it doesn't really matter what the numbers are because a racist is our president. It's like, what? How the fuck is Trump a racist? That one kills me. It's like, where do you get he's a racist? Where?
I know. Anything to just work for their agenda item pisses me off.
Damn, Trump was standing on stage with Jesse Jackson and Rosa fucking Parks getting a award for helping the community. I forget what the award was, but it was like, just a helping them, the minority community. This was back in the 80s or 90s or something like that. You know, he was standing on stage, got the same award as Rosa fucking Parks. And Jesse Jackson was fucking hugging him, and Rosa was. And now that he's running, he ran against Hillary, he's a fucking racist.
What about him pardoning the black boxer dude?
Yeah.
Forever for some bullshit.
He's never done anything against blacks. I think the only thing I can think of where they come up with he's racist is when he was trying to do the restriction on immigration. And there was, he was banning Muslims. First of all, he didn't ban all Muslim countries. Second of all, Muslim is not a fucking race. That is a religion. It ain't got a shitting thing to do with race. Anybody can be a Muslim. Anybody can be a Jew. Anybody can be a Baptist. That's not a fucking race.
Did the guy get killed in the ring or something? Or
no,
I'm not familiar with the story.
Anyways, the guy went to jail for a certain amount of years, and they finally pardoned him. His family was super excited about it because he was like the first black, like, world champion boxer or something. You know, some super historic event had taken place, and freaking whatever had happened, he ended up having to go to jail.
Yeah. So he cleared his name, basically.
Cleared his name, yeah. That was huge for that family because years and years and years of this guy not really doing anything wrong, doing a sport or whatever the case was. I don't have all the. It's amazing. So I don't know what the hell they're talking about. SoCal out here, because he's blowing up my phone, little asshole.
Well, he said he's going to jump in. He was cooking. Tell him to get his ass in here. And De Niro, you know, as much as I love him as an actor, that guy, these actors and actresses need to shut the hell up. Their poetic license only carries them so fucking far. Get where they are so anti-Trump. I mean, I don't get it. These people that make tens of millions of dollars a year or whatever, living in a gated community or a gated house with fucking security 24/7, are going to down Trump because he wants to maybe check IDs before he come over the border. Somehow that makes him a bad guy. I guarantee you they don't open up their gates and leave their front door open. What's the fucking difference? I was having a conversation just a couple of days ago, and he's like, I don't really think the wall will work. And I was like, okay, well, I tell you what, lock your door. And he's like, well, that's different. It ain't. Our border is our damn door. Yes, anybody can bring to your house anytime they want. Nobody has to come through the door to get in your house. They can go through a window. But you still lock your door, don't you? He's like, well, yeah. Well, there you go. Lock your fucking door. That's no different than the United States locking the door on our border. It's not that somebody still can't get in. We're just not inviting them.
I think everybody that agrees with that not having a wall should take their door off. Fuck them.
Yeah. Just take the door slam off. Go to work. Leave your damn
let the fly.
Is to dissuade honest people from coming in your house and taking your TV or whatever else. What's wrong with that? And if you have a problem with it, hell, take the front door off your house. Roll your windows down. Never lock your car. Different. No different.
Especially if you come to my house, lock your car.
Yeah, you'll steal their guns into a magazine. I'm like, do you shoot competitively? And then they don't answer the question. Oh my God, they called me like ham hands or some shit about slamming the mag in. I'm like, dude, when you're fucking running around and trying to haul ass balls can't stay on, then they suck balls.
Yeah. All my hate, I send them your link so they can give you some loving too.
Yeah, well, they come over and give me lots of love because they're always fucking going, fucking this and meat hands and this. I'm like, dude, if you shoot competitively, I don't know if there's any other way you would do it. He's like, yeah. The magazine's put it in the magazine. I'm like, yeah, now reload in under a half a second and get on your next target. And like, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I tell them competition, military, self-defense, you're going to be on a high stress, and it should not happen. Period.
No, I'm like, this is fuck. I'm like, it doesn't happen with my Glocks, doesn't happen with my Infinities, doesn't happen with my MVPs, doesn't happen every other gun. It doesn't even happen with my CZs if I use my freaking Medgar mags. It's only those stupid ass stock base plates with the freaking pinhole bottom on them. But I do have buddies that have issues with those magazines as well. But I'm like, I never had problems with these Medgar. Called him up. I don't remember what the dude's name was. He's all, well, you got to be doing it wrong. And I'm like, I don't fuck. I've been shooting guns for like 400 years, it feels like. I'm all, you're out of fucking control. I know how to put a magazine into a pistol. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, you're doing it all wrong. There's one way to put it in, and that's the correct way. I'm like,
if you put a magazine in a gun and the base plate falls off, there is no such thing as doing it wrong. If that is a bad design,
yeah. Period. TR, how did they teach you how to load a weapon?
Well, we didn't do a lot of pistol training. It was AR-15 or M16 training. So, but I mean, yeah, you insert, tap, but from what I've seen all y'all doing as far as a pistol, that's almost a fluid movement where you slamming it and moving your heel, like you say, Rick.
Yeah, it's all one motion. The Terran Tactical Mag +5. But I needed to shave out the mag well because when you hit it, I was basically pulling it off of the mag. I mean, I seed them hard, but right after that. And I'm like, and then I had the Humble Marksman. He goes, yeah, those things are shags. They need more. They need to have a 10%. You can buy a 10% more pressure basically for those mags, and the base plate won't come off. But when you hit the bottom of that base plate, it lifts it up just enough where that little pin that you would normally detail.
See where everything is like tighter and warmer. It happened to me when it was 80 degrees outside and I was shooting for about an hour.
Yeah, it happens. It's not good. So there's my little rant. Anyways, if you're seeing the video and you commented that I'm not doing it right, you can watch. Those are the ones I like using. So I just need to send them my video and your video.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just CZ mags or is it Metcars do it too?
A Metgar makes it.
For me, only and CZ and Metgar are basically the same, but you can tell if you have the shitty one if you have the detent button in it.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you have the one with the +2, but the spring, you pull it up and then the base plate slides off. I haven't had any issues with the Farmageddon.
I hadn't had it happen to me, but I don't shoot competition, so maybe
you got one. You have one right now, don't you?
Yeah, I got a one right here. It's got the little
see what
like you're talking about.
Turn it sideways now.
That's a Metgar.
Okay.
Let's see the bottom of it.
It has the detent button.
Yeah, it has the detent. That's actually a Connect 15 round for my compact. The only CZ magazine I got is the one that came with that military police trade-in. And I'm some bitch if I still got a Metcar in it right now. Anyway.
The 18 round. Max.
18.
The
Okay.
come with the SPA one.
This has got a new follower to do it. Because I think when you, as you're slamming it, that spring kind of bounces up and it played up and just allows it to pop out. But I had to try hard, but I could do it.
Happy anniversary.
Armament and Axis asked is what powder was KB using? How did he double charge? It wasn't a double charge, but it was a overcharge. And I stressed on the last chat I was with him and Les from Papa's Place agreed with me that Tight Group is too fast of a powder and they need to change powders. Use up what you got and go to a little bit slower burning powder. They're using too fast of burning powder. That Tight Group, you can overcharge the shit out of a round. But if you went to a Bullseye, a Winchester 231 or something like that, it's just a little bit slower. Yes, you can overcharge it, but not to the point to where it blows the ass end of a shell out.
Coda's got to stop putting those videos up because within a week, every time it happens to me, I think I was jiggling my press because I had a piece of brass stuck in there when it turned over sideways. It might have put a little bit of extra in one of them. I was shooting 101's Glock, and oh my gosh, I had hearing protection on, but it still hurt my ears.
But it still wasn't to the point to where you damaged things. You didn't blow the extractor out of the gun, the ass end of the case out. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you can overcharge, but you can only overcharge to a certain point because there's only so much powder that can physically case. You know, if you're using a powder that you only charge in 3.5 grains and a fucking 9mm, that means you could almost double charge it. Not quite, but you can almost double charge it because the case is only going to hold so much. And that's just too fast a powder. You need to go to a slower burning powder. And then, yes, you can overcharge it, but because if you get to a point, I mean, especially a double charge, it won't physically fit in the case. It'll be overflowing. You won't be able to put the bullet in, you know.
Yeah. Red October came out with a question, and that's probably towards you guys because the only reason I reload is the economical. It's cost me less money.
What's better, factory or homemade rounds for competition? I would say, well, it's not better. It's not a question of better. It's just a question of it's cheaper.
Now, for rifle, it's better to load your own.
Yeah, for rifle, it's definitely better to do. But far as just shoot them up, you know, burn them down, ammo, competition, out in your backyard shooting, it's just cheaper. Mention the campaign behind our brother. Swinger, I'm not familiar with that campaign, to be honest with you. If you can, in a sentence or two, tell us what you're talking about. Sorry, I'm in the dark.
Is he talking about Scott?
I don't know. Accuracy. And if you're reloading and you're as long as you're consistent, you'll have consistent ammunition, you know, consistent patterns. You can go up and down with your powder a little bit so you can kind of draw that pattern in if you bench test it. It's not so much for accuracy though. I mean, you want to load the most accurate rounds you can, but it's just economics. Because I see what Pops and Coda Boy, they're like, holy shit, they're shooting a lot of rounds. And that gets expensive. Even reloading it gets expensive.
I mean, since I've been watching you guys for the last 5-6 months, I've been.
Yep, there's a lot of rounds downrange. All right, access. Even in my progressive press, I give every round a visual look in the case before I seek the bullet. after you load a few, you can tell one doesn't look right, and then wait. Yeah. I mean, you get an eyeball look, and if you're using a progressive press, for the most part, this is just me. Somebody's been using one for 30 years. As long as I'm pulling that handle and I get into a rhythm, the only time I really concern myself with looking, this is just me, I'm not saying I'm doing it right, is when I have some kind of hiccup, a jam, something didn't feel right, it tightened up, and then I know, okay, wait a minute, let me back up, something's wrong, and for a bit, I'll look and make sure, I'll visually, make sure everything looks right, because that's when you'll have a no charge, a double charge, or try to double charge around. But as long as everything's going smooth, when you pull that handle and you go all the way up, all the way down, and everything feels right, your powder measure is full of, got powder in it, your primer tubes got primers in it. Maybe I'm lazy. I don't look at every case. I don't. If it feels right and it looks, everything's going smooth, I don't hesitate. I don't question. I know there's powder in that case. It's the right charge. The only way I can double charge or undercharge is if I short stroke or double stroke or something like that. If I do, because I always, when I come down with a handle with my square deal B or my 550, I wait half a second to make sure what powder's in the charger drops. I give it that half second. You can't get in a hurry. You gotta pause, or I do anyway. And then I go up and I seek the next primer and go on with the process. I just wait that little quarter second extra on the downstroke. I leave the handle down and I go back up.
And listen to that little voice in your head. It's like, wait a minute, stop, something ain't right.
Yeah, if you need a little bin out of the rounds that's been loaded, dump it out, throw it back in there, and the next few rounds I'm checking real good, but I may okay, I'm not 100% sure with these 3 rounds here. Let me set these to the side. I'll, put them in my little pile of to be undone, put it in my kinetic hammer and take the bullet out because I don't trust them for whatever reason and redo them. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Okay, single stage. Well, yeah. If you're doing single stage, it's definitely look at every case.
Happy anniversary. We'll plan for this later.
We love you too, Rick.
No, me in Florida. All right. I love you. Okay, my flight.
Well, Fuzz says he just uses his lead dippers, so yeah. If you're doing that, you'll be looking at every case for sure. Southern style 3, my little pile of giveaway ammo.
6 hours.
Rick. Listen.
Those big black. That's one thing I like about Sonya, and one of the things that attracted me to her. She doesn't like to talk on the phone, and even with texting, may go a whole day and get one text from her.
That's good. I was gonna say a bunch of mean stuff, but
and now don't get me wrong. On my days off, she wants me around her the entire time. I mean, she enjoys my company. Don't get, I'm not.
Yeah, but you guys never leave the bedroom, so it really don't matter.
Well, actually, that's good. But
you're like, hold on, I need a beer. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna get out of the bedroom. You gotta
get her out there shooting with you.
Yeah, I gotta get her shooting one of these days.
You should take her Thursday nights.
I don't know that she's out a pistol ever.
Well, maybe you ought to take her.
She's not against
YouTube.
Yeah, I won't be shooting my steel anytime soon. I got corn growing out there now. I hope it does good. Going? It's sprouted. It's starting. So we'll see. I know I'm a little bit late, but we have such a long growing period.
Yeah, I'm all excited about my new garden. It's working out good.
Cool.
Yeah. No, I would like to do that. I'm kind of testing soils this year just to see what works.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just a matter of talking TR into that rotor tiller, bring it over one day. Because doing this by hand with a shovel. Remember that tree I dug out? Well, that's where I put the garden at.
Okay.
That was a pain in my ass.
Just get one of those tiller attachments for the back of your lawn tractor.
I don't have one of those yet. I'm working on getting one of those right now.
Yeah, you make the big money.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, next year, let me know. I'll bring the Cub Cadet over and we'll till the shit out of whatever you want.
You make a half an acre garden, you know where your kids are going to be all summer long. Weeding.
I didn't even do my whole garden plot like I normally do, but the only thing I got planted is peanuts and corn, and it is red corn. The kernels are red, so, and these are supposed to grow 8 or 10 foot high. But it's a native to this particular area.
Good old
now, what's it taste like? Is it more for seed or is it more for like corn on the cob?
It's regular like sweet corn. It's just red instead of yellow.
Nice.
Just a native. Because I know everybody's seen like little festive fall corns that's red and blue and all that. That's actual corn you eat. That's what the native Indians were growing. It's just that we kind of hijacked it and a hybrid until we finally got like the yellow corn. For whatever reason, they stuck with yellow or white corn. But there's reds and blues and all kind of stuff that's out there that it's the same thing. It's a different color.
It's just easier to see in your.
What's up, SoCal, John? The main thing is to have some seed corn later on down the road because it is native to this area. Like my buddy Tool Monkey, he planted some. He's the one that gave it to me, but he got it from another guy at work who has like a little homestead kind of thing going on. Got cows and chickens and all that stuff. And he planted like salt, like yellow corn. That shit was like sparse as hell. It's like, yeah, there's one there, but the red corn he planted, it's like a fucking jungle. I mean, it's for this area. It flourishes in this area. It's for this area. It's just perfect.
Maybe we got to make some moonshine out of that shit. Some red corn moonshine.
Yeah. So, Cal, do an intro. Let me see if I can find that ear of corn.
I don't have anything to say. I was just on Rich's chat. Everything's the same. I have a very consistent life. Building an AR. Got a different barrel. Gonna try it out this weekend. Blah, 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 blah. Nothing. There's really nothing noteworthy going on in my life other than the same old crap that you guys all know.
Oh, it's lagging.
Yeah, I know. My internet sucks balls right now, too.
You're not the only one.
I did a speed test and I'm getting like 190 megabits per second, which doesn't suck. But still, everything's kludgy and fucked up. I don't know what's going on, but
sometimes the chats do that, and I apologize.
Purple?
I'm not sure because maybe inside it's still white, I guess. But
the starch is what pops up. But shit, you should try it. Come on, Rick. Ain't nobody got time for that. Come on, bro.
Pop like popcorn?
I'm not sure. Can you do that with regular corn? It have to be a special kind of corn that does popcorn.
Well, fuck, we got time. Let's get the fucking oil going. Let's do this. Let's do this. Who wants to see TR make popcorn right the fuck now?
Yeah, you better get on
it up. There were people talking about making grits out of it and cornmeal and everything else. So it'd be kind of weird seeing red grits. But
I miss grits so bad. Whenever I get back there, it's like one of the first things I got to do is fucking eat a ass pile of grits with butter all over it.
Mm-hmm.
God damn that
I have
shit.
I have steered clear of that shit.
And with that salt,
Should I go out? You get it from somebody who knows. There's two kinds of grits. There's one where you can like pick it up by the edge, and it's like this weird, like flimsy fucking disc that's almost like made out of like silicone. And then there's grits that is like slightly thicker than oatmeal, and when you taste it, it's like fucking awesome. It's like the best tasting. Awesome. It's like the best tasting rice you've ever had ever.
Yeah.
No, I'd rather eat a lot. There's so much other good stuff to eat than that.
And I do like hash browns too. I don't always get grits when I eat breakfast, but
Yeah, see, I like a well done hash brown. Hell yeah! Now we're talking.
I'm just giving you a little bit of leeway, Rick, because you're my friend.
McDonald's is not a real hash brown.
My wife took me out to, I don't recall because I was pretty fucked up. It was my birthday, so. And good God, y'all, they had a killer, like, it was grits with some kind of like a Cajun spiced shrimp gumbo something or other. I don't even remember what they called it, but damn, it was good. Shrimp and grits. It was like spicy. It was one of the only things that's on the menu that was like super spicy. God damn, that was good. Good. Love me some grits. I hadn't had grits. I hadn't had grits since the last time I was at the farm. I mean, damn, miss them.
Soon enough, brother.
Hey, TR, did they legalize marijuana in California?
That's been legal for a long time.
That's why he loves grits. All food is now good in California.
How about collard greens, Rick?
I like those.
See, okay. I can live without those.
All right. So there's a little redemption for you. A little redemption.
I don't know. It's something about like I have flashbacks of malto meal and like
all that cream of oats and whatever.
Yeah, that
collard greens just kind of is like, I guess you flavor them how you want them to taste because they don't really have a lot of flavor. It's like a really mild like spinach flavor, I would say.
Well, the way
I could live with that, live or die without them.
Well, if you cook them right, you got to boil them or simmer them for several hours with a fat back, a lot of salt and pepper, and have a side of cornbread and maybe some pinto beans on the side, and that's a meal.
With some grits.
With some grits. Topped with grits.
Grits.
I just love that movie. I love that movie. Like, I love that movie, Cousin Vinny, when they're talking about grits.
Yeah. What is a grit?
It's a grit. Like, hell no.
Pancakes. It's like they taste like crap unless you pour a bunch of shit all over them.
Yeah, you got to put them.
Make them taste whatever the fuck you want.
Like I like eggs medium, not necessarily over easy. You got to be careful when you say that because even the white will be soft and runny. So you got to say over medium in the South. And so just the yolk is runny, and you mix that in with the eggs, mix all that. Then it's damn good eating.
You know, that on a tamale, that's how you make a good tamale. For breakfast, you fry up some tamales with some eggs over easy like that. That's some good stuff.
Okay, so frying up tamales are actually steamed, right?
No, after they're already done, you fry that shit up. You fry that shit up.
That's silly.
It gets a nice crispy little thing on it, and you throw some freaking eggs on there. Oh shit, with Tabasco. Oh, good night. Thank you.
You're like talking like some kind of contorted. What are they? Is that how you say it? Chilaquiles?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
What is the I probably don't have them in California. Damn, there's a damn chain of restaurants.
11 round magazines?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have 11 round magazine. They don't have 12
Ain't nobody
round
got
magazine.
11.
Too many bullets in it.
No, the worst part about a 30 round mag is you got to load it with 30 damn bullets. Good Lord, that's a lot of bullets.
If you fight and you bite someone from New York, guess they'll only hit you 10 times.
That's right.
What I found when last time I was at the farm, actually, in the time before that, it's like, God damn, this is tiring. Loading, putting all these bullets in here. Good God, y'all! I got time for this.
I'm gonna go back to my 10 round magazines.
And I kept stop shooting. It's like, and my fingers are like, it's like, it's all, it's like out of gas. It's like, ugh. I guess I need a mag change. And keep squeezing it. It's like, boom, 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 boom. There's still bullets in here. Boom, 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 boom. And then it runs out finally.
You're like,
I know when I unloaded, especially a drum, I used 2 fingers. I had to give one a rest and go to like my shooting a 75 round drums like you're right,
it's tiring.
oh yeah.
Full auto. That's why our Coda Boy got a stripe, because when you put a red dot on a gun, it goes full auto.
In case you guys don't know.
Auto. Or if you shoot it upside down, the bullets will just fall into the magazine well.
Yeah.
From the heavens.
Gravity fed.
That's right. Good God, y'all.
Yep.
So we're now talking about guns.
Grits.
Grits and guns.
Grits and guns.
Grits and guns.
Galaxy S3 or S9 rather. If he is out there and he knows how to cook grits, that would be great. Freaking video right there. Fill up a 2-liter bottle full of grits and shoot it in slow motion. Yes.
Yeah. Call it the grit sprayer.
The grit.
Tonight I'm cooking with guns. Gun Wild 1.
I remember like old school, like Iraqi veteran 88 used to cook bacon on his gun barrels.
Yeah.
This is multi-years ago, long time ago.
I'm still getting comments every once in a while where I was like torture testing. It wasn't even a torture test. I only ran 300 rounds through a damn AR, but I was shooting tool ammo just fast as I could, and the damn thing was getting so hot, and I brought up in the woods a 5-gallon bucket of water, and I just kept dunking it in the water.
Oh my God!
Steam and shit was coming out of it, and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna warp your barrel? You're gonna warp?" I was like, "Dude, all right." Not that I'm an expert, but I looked into metallurgy. Until you get that damn steel red fucking hot, you're not going to change the molecular structure of metal, okay?
Do that to your engine block. Tell me how you work it.
Yeah. Hey, here's a gun. I actually got a gun question for you.
Mm-hmm.
An AR, say a 223 barrel on an AR. How many rounds is that barrel going to be good for?
Depends on the barrel.
Yeah, they say 5,000 rounds before you start having a little bit of erosion problems, and that's probably around the chamber.
I saw a really cool video about the way that barrels go south, and the biggest reason why you have throat problems and inaccuracy problems in barrels is the way, if you think of about the way a case is rifling and just kind of pitting, and I think I've gone on long enough. Sorry.
That's fascinating. So it's 5,000 rounds.
Yeah, but a lot of that too can
Depends on the steel.
The bigger the caliber, actually, I think, from my research, and I could be wrong, maybe longer. But a 223 is a extremely fast 22.
Yeah.
It's not the fastest, but it's a pretty fast round. I know.
I mean, the snipers and stuff, 2,000 round barrels are done.
Well, yeah, because they're looking for such tight groups. You know, my first 2 ARs I have right now, the one even I got my scope on, they're not even chrome lined, and I've shot thousands of rounds through them. But it wasn't thousands of rounds at one time. You know, it's 20 rounds here, 30 rounds there, maybe 300 rounds here. When I was doing that little torture test, and that was an unchrome lined barrel, just because I bought it years ago before this stuff started becoming progressively better. It was cooking off. If you go back and look at those videos, that son bitch was going full auto on me because the chamber was so hot. Just a round going in it, the chamber was so hot, it actually cooked off the powder and it went off before I pulled the trigger.
Ooh, sounds like a good video.
Yeah, well, you go back and look at them, you can see it cooking off. And then I would dunk it in a 5-gallon bucket of water to cool it down, and it would quit for a little while, and it'd start cooking off again, and I'd dunk it in the fucking barrel. I mean, bucket.
It sounds like this chat is really bad for the guys watching.
I know. I'm sorry, guys. We're probably going to end this here in a few minutes because I don't
weird
want to torture
because
anybody.
I don't know if you guys, like in the panel, or
I got a feeling the internet is just eaten up with people checking out results and stuff. It's not necessarily YouTube. It's just people using the internet, period, and it's clogging up the internet.
Don't they know your chat's on tonight?
I know. I should have put in a notice. It's like, you know, fuck, I didn't do a chat last week. Free up some fucking bandwidth, motherfuckers.
yeah, throttle the election results and give us more bandwidth for certain.
Yeah, let them know in the morning. That's when it counts.
Exactly. It's not official yet. They don't.
Free TRs, free
Betham's
TRs.
complaining the most.
His seat is up, so there's been a runoff in South Carolina for his seat. As small as South Carolina is population-wise, we actually have a lot of big players in the political scheme. We have Nikki Haley that ended up being an ambassador at the UN. We have Lindsey Graham, which I fucking hate with a passion. And we had Trey Gowdy. As small as South Carolina is, we have got some big players out there, and I'm proud of that.
Yeah, look at California. We're the same thing. We got like Dianne Feinstein, Barbara Boxer,
Independent, Republican, Democrat, or whatever. They pick. Well, you do the primary vote, and whoever the top two are,
yep,
that's who gets to
run. That's it. Exactly. You're right.
Yeah, even if they're both Democrat, Republican, whatever.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Yeah, that is so fucked up. I mean, there's no
party affiliation. It's just like straight up.
South Carolina, we have a really low turnout, just like 15-20% for primaries. And then for the main vote, you may have a big surge and 30-40% show up. But if they go to the polls come November 12th, and the only two candidates they get to vote for are both Democrats or both Republican or whatever it is, there's no choice. That is the most fucked up system I've heard of, and I forget what they call it. They don't blame you guys personally.
Yeah, they set this up. It was probably 30 years ago, I think. Basically, when really everything kind of like took a shit in California. What was it? Probably 30 years ago, 35 years ago. That's when they enacted this law. Everybody thought, hey, this will be great. Really narrow down the choices. It'll be perfect. No, it's fucking fucked up.
Yeah.
But it's perfect for Democrats because 90% of the people elected.
I mean, it doesn't matter even if they get overwhelmed and don't win. But if you don't have a choice between a libertarian, a Democrat, a Republican, if it's only the two highest whatever. I mean, if it's two Democrats that's running for the same seat and that's the only choice you got, it's like, what? That's not a choice. Well, how did you come up with that? Are you so pissed off that Reagan won to be the governor and ended up being the president? You're so pissed off about that you changed the whole fucking election process. As far as I know, California is the only one with this fucked up primary situation. As far as I know. Because I never heard of that.
No, it's fucking gay. I mean, it's good and it's bad. It's kind of like, I mean, actually, a great example of it is when Hillary lost the election, or there's been several election president where people start bitching and complaining because one candidate will get the popular vote, but the electoral votes go to this other candidate. Basically, what California is straight up fucking popular
primary, and there's a Republican primary.
Yeah, exactly.
And if the vote's close enough in either one, there'll be a runoff. But come election day, there'll be a Democrat, a Republican, a Libertarian, a Green Party, or whatever else. I mean, there'll be a shitload of people actually on the list, but it won't be just the two popular people. Like I said, it'll be Democrat, Republican, Green Party, Libertarian, blah, blah, blah.
Well said, Midas.
All right. Nice. Daniel, so how was it having the old crazy Scotsman at your house?
Monday. I don't even know what day it is. But, oh yeah, I know our neighbors got to hate us. They have got to hate us. My kids were texting their mom, and it's like, hey, they got the OK Corral going on out here. And virus, he is inoculated bad.
Is it 101?
He was earlier.
All right. Has he shot a lot?
Yeah, he could hit what he was shooting at.
All right.
He even got a Glock.
He has kind of a different stance.
I was going to say that. Well, no, I'm not going to hold judgment. I was just asking.
He is confident in his stance. I know he hangs that right leg behind him. He shoots, but he does shoot blocks, so I won't judge.
Yeah, I'm all the years that I hated on Glocks, it was just for as fun and just for the hell of it. I'd just be just to make fun of people and stuff and just a troll, because I really don't give a shit. If you put a gun in my hand and I pull the trigger and it goes bang, that's my kind of gun.
All right, I'm going to ask you guys this question. Boom. Did I screw up not buying the 97B?
Not really. I mean, it's a cool gun, but it's another 45. It's got the cool ergonomics of the nothing, I guess.
Okay.
No,
I'm a 45 ACP lover.
Yeah, me too, man. And
I get the 40 for its competition and the power factor. I get that, Rick, and I understand, and I'm not going to bust your balls over that. But far as a personal carry gun, a home defense gun, it's either 9 or 45 for me.
Right.
That's just where I am.
I was thinking, okay, CZ, they're really more of a 9mm, maybe 10mm company, and the only thing I had in my mind was this, okay, is this 45 going to be a unicorn gun or not?
No, you can get them all day long, dude.
Went to the little
Take your 75 magazines and stuff it up in there.
Yeah.
It'll hold the 21 rounders.
Yeah, it'll hold 20 rounders, 21, whatever. Yeah.
That's cool.
221. Yeah, it's a nice pistol.
They call it a titanium, I think, finish. But
Yeah, it's
like I
cool.
said, I mean, this is a turkey-made clone, but
A 40 and a 9mm slide and barrel.
Yeah.
It's a fucking badass gun.
Send me a picture of it.
You want $6,400 for it, which isn't that
That's
too
not
far.
bad.
No, it's really not for California. It's not actually. Ray's got me kind of like, maybe that fucking Akai shit isn't too sloppy after all.
Those Akais are really nice.
Yeah, I can't wait for a ton.
Shit ton.
Mega shit ton.
Roger, you gotta. It's hard to even explain. Like, if you take like a Glock or a CZ or any of these great guns, right? I mean, it's
Lord.
too.
Oh, good Lord. That's like the tip of the iceberg.
Ooh.
No, I mean, yeah. They're on the same iceberg, but it's not close to the tip of the iceberg. You go to the orange, and then there's like S.H.T.F.
and the target's falling over. It's pretty crazy.
all right, I'm killing everybody since YouTube evidently is
Ebola dicks.
buffering the shit out of this damn video.
Is it true there's only one watching right now?
There's 8. I just looked.
So I looked at all YouTube, started bouncing around to video to video to video. They're all bad. So YouTube's got problems. It's probably routing or servers. An entire bank of servers is down for maintenance or something. But all of YouTube sucks right now. It's not just this chat.
Yeah, it's not just this chat; it's everything. But
there goes my after chat.
But anyway, I just want to say I think that Trump is winning and United States is winning, and fuck CNN and all you liberal motherfuckers out there.
Korea is winning.
Yeah, Korea is winning. I mean, they were on the cusp of nuclear war, and now all of a sudden Trump's shaking hands with them, and Kim Jong Un is Singapore.
Let's hit this. I missed the front half of this.
I got a feeling he will, he'll cooperate.
Yeah, now, China is a great example of another highly communist centered regime. I mean, the reason why
they want to.
I think LG is a Korean company too, I believe.
Yes, it is. Yes, exactly.
They make some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They make like
that. YouTube is having some problems, and I apologize for that, but we have no control over it. And I'm going to start with Daniel. Would you like to do an outro?
No.
Okay.
I'm just watching circles.
Evidently, we had a lot of bad connection tonight. SoCal. What the fuck, SoCal?
I know, right? That's my outro right there. I know, right?
Evidently very choppy at best and very lagging, and I'm sorry for that. I have no control over that. I think it was YouTube's going through some changes or something, and
now go do it now. Cut the video off. You don't need to see the end. Nothing's going to happen. Go now.
And KB Freedom Act.
Oh yeah, how could I forget KB Freedom Act?
I think that's the name of it.
Act of freedom.
All right,
focus.
everybody.